Hi paddlers, Bram here from Coast Outdoors in North Vancouver. Today we are down in Deep Cove and we are going to be talking about the 2025 Deluxe Lite Inflatable paddleboards from Starboard. So there's a few exciting things about these boards which make them a really great option for anybody who's looking for an inflatable. In front of me, I have the touring model in the 12.6 medium, so 12.6 by 30. Starting at the nose of the board, we have a nice displacement shape that basically means it's pointy and it's going to cut through the water really nicely. As we move back, we've got nice tie down options here, as well as at the back of the board, which gives us a lot of ability to carry gear with this board. By making it 12.6 with the displacement nose, this board is going to track and glide really nicely, which means it's really efficient for covering distance. If you're going for a slightly longer paddle and you want to be able to get somewhere more efficiently, this is a great board to do this on. When we turn the board over, one thing that's really neat about these is they've updated their fin box this year. So it might not be really obvious from a distance, but the fin box is broken down into sections. And what that allows us to do is roll the board up a lot smaller than we normally are able to with an inflatable board. So these pack down into a bag that is legitimately half the size of most inflatables that you will see on the market. So it's a really nice tiny package that packs away really easily, easy to pack in your vehicle, doesn't take up as much space as most boards do. What is not as obvious on these boards from the outside is their woven drop stitch construction. All inflatables are drop stitched, but by weaving that material into the top and bottom of the board, it makes it a lot stiffer when it's inflated. And it also makes it very light. These boards are much lighter than a lot of the boards that we have in the store, so really easy to move around. The stiffness makes them feel not only efficient on the water, but much more stable, which makes them more confidence inspiring when you're on them. They're not moving around underneath you nearly as much. As far as seams go, all new Starboard boards are using a welded seam technology, which means they are much more durable and longer lasting than less expensive boards that have glued seams. Over time, adhesives can break down and fail. The welded seams we find to last much longer. With any inflatable, you just need to be careful to not leave the board sitting in the sun, as they can overinflate if that happens, and then you can end up with seam problems. Installing the fin in these boards is really simple. The board includes the fin, the screw, and the plate. All we need is a Phillips screwdriver. I like to get one and just leave it in my board bag so I know it's always there when I go paddling. So the first thing we're going to do is take our plate, slide it into the fin track, or into the fin box, slide it all the way forward in its track there. I'm going to take the heel of the fin that has these two pins in it, drop it into the track of the box here and slide it all the way back. I'm just going to make sure my plate hasn't slid back, so I'm going to push it all the way forward there. Drop the toe of the fin down, there we go. And now I'm just going to take the screw and my screwdriver, thread it all together, there we go. And we are good to go paddling. So included in the package, you get the board, obviously, you get the fin, pump. All Starboard boards are including a leash. And this series for this year, you also get a really good quality 3-piece paddle. Some boards, when they come with a paddle, it's not the best paddle, but this is a paddle that I would be happy to use. It's lightweight, it's stiff, and it has their nice new Lima blades, so you get really good catch with this paddle. So for a paddle that comes free with a board, this is a really good one. You will also see D-rings on the top of the board, and these do two things for us. A, we can put a shoulder strap if we want to make it even easier to carry down to the water. If we're going to be walking a couple blocks to where we put in, we can put a shoulder strap on there. But if we move over here to the go that we have set up, There is also an optional accessory that you can get for a seat with a footrest. So for those who want to take it easier when they're on the water, this will allow you to sit down and paddle with a two-bladed kayak paddle if you want the option to change it up from stand-up paddling. So these come in, we have it in 3 shapes. The 12.6 Touring, the 10.8 Go that we have here, which is a little bit wider, really maneuverable, really stable, and then a slightly longer, slightly narrower 11.2 Go, which will track a little bit straighter and be a little bit more efficient on the water than the 10.8. So come visit us in the store. We'd be happy to give you a rundown and figure out what works best for you.